recently Star Citizen, we finally gotten some news that we could actually be excited about. In this one, we're going to talk about some new ships, as well as possibly seeing tech preview, engineering and tech preview very soon. Let's talk. All right, guys. So in the recent July monthly report, we've gotten some updates. In particular, I want to talk about some of the ships that we're expected to see very soon, as well as some gameplay features that CIG is working on that I think we'll be seeing as well very soon. So in regards to the ships, the Anvil Paladin is now in gray box review. This is one of the most anticipated ships coming in. We can expect this one around CitizenCon. If it's probably going to be released around CitizenCon or during IAE, one of those events. So now up next is the Drake Ironclad. It says here they're working on the elevators and staircase locations to improve traversal for the Ironclad, and the Ironclad Assault is also in white box as well, right? So now CIG is also working on 4 new vehicles. Okay, so the first one has been kicked off and is approaching the end of white box, and the second one is in white box review and progressed into gray box, and the third one is continued through development with all its rooms receiving further geometry and refinement alongside additional animation work for its moving elements. The final unannounced vehicle has passed its combine gate review. So now these vehicles I expect are also going to be dropping around IAE. Right now, like we've reached a time when usually we get very little content, and based on this, it seems like all of this stuff maybe either CIG might be deciding to hold on to them until CitizenCon IAE times, where we get a huge amount of content, or we might start seeing them. Well, actually, it's only about a month and a half away, really. You know, so I think these are definitely going to be coming around those times. The RSI Apollo, CIG also worked on. They also provided an image of it, of the at least the bridge of it. It looks really cool, right? So I'll put that on the screen as you're watching it. But that is both the medevac and the triage passed their LOD 0 review and is now in the final stages with damage setup, paints, LOD levels being created. The RSI Perseus, the most anticipated ship for this year, is it's looking good. It's looking good. CIG also provided image of it, and what it says here, the Perseus progressed into the LOD 0 phase. The exterior is now receiving its final detail work to visually bring it in line with the other RSI ships. The Perseus is looking awesome. We can expect this one, I think, around CitizenCon times, or if not CitizenCon, it's definitely going to be IAE when it releases. All right. And in addition to this, Drake Kraken is further into pre-production work, where they're identifying some areas where they can utilize the work that they did on the Ironclad into the Kraken. So that's looking good as well. So now let's talk about the gameplay aspect of things. One thing that I'm super excited about is tech preview, right? It says here engineering gameplay is entering into tech preview preparation. Thruster temperatures are now visible on screen, and the iconography between diagnostics and engineering screens have been unified. So they're prepping for a tech preview release. We did hear this, at least a leaked version of this around June-ish. We were hoping that we would be seeing it around then, but it seems like we're getting closer to it. Probably, I think we'll get this tech preview around just right before CitizenCon, around CitizenCon times. That might be the tech preview build, but I hope we get it before that, and that CIG gives us at least a tech preview build with crafting, with base building in there. They gotta have something big for it. There has to be base building, and it has to be crafting. So perhaps the tech preview will have engineering, crafting, and base building all in one build. They could also go for that as well. We'll see what CIG does with that. They also talked about hacking. It says more options are added to help teach players how to use a feature alongside bug fixing. In addition to that, quantum travel, the team continued to work on implementation on the new mechanics. So they're going to be removing the switching between SEM to nav mode. They did speak about that earlier on. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will work and how would this, if it's going to be an easier transition to be able to switch from SCM type speeds into navigation mode type speeds, and if it's a smooth transition in between. Because right now it's not really that smooth. I hate the wait times when you swap between the two. It kind of sucks. It really sucks. So I look forward to seeing more about this. FPS radar scanning saw additional progress through July with further improvement, allowing other designers to define custom scan data. Ongoing transport refactor continued, and additional work for dynamic destinations such as instance hangars. So now with the new SD locations, they are introducing instance hangars where you can arrive at the location, land in the hangar, and different people can come and land in the same hangar, but it's instance similar to landing zone. So that's going to be interesting, where these locations can accommodate for multiple groups of players and not worry about parking, right? Because right now, in the current build, right now, people always leave their ships outside, and it's always a huge parking lot of abandoned ships. It's kind of annoying, especially when you can't salvage them yourself. I truly invite this idea. Hopefully it translates well. But I like the way in 4.3 it's been working with the new ASD locations. All right. So, and lastly, it says the additional support for mechanics of an upcoming creature was also provided. So that's going to be interesting. Curious to see what kind of creature that is. By the way, we're actually doing a giveaway for the RSI Meteor. It's going to be an LTI LSI Media with a digital download of Star Citizen. Kudos to CIG freely giving it over to the channel for one of you guys to win. So big thank you to them. So if you want to participate, it's actually ending by the 15th of this month, which is going to be this Friday. So make sure you do the following, right? So if you want to participate, all you got to do is I'm going to leave a link to a video on my second channel. You just got to click on that link, leave a comment on that video, and make sure you subscribe to the second channel if you want to participate. All right. This is going to end at the end of this week, August 15th. So make sure you go ahead and participate with that. By the way, this is not a paid promotion. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.